Hey guys, I am Pratham Gupta. So today we will be looking at the most diverse yet important strategy to solve the problem, which is none other than divide and conquer strategy. In a matter of minutes, to get the hang of what we are going to do to a problem which is in real world to make it more efficient and easier to understand. So I have prepared some slides for the same, so which we will get the in-depth insights of what really I'm talking about, which will make the problems more the in hand catchment of like what we're talking to do when we are going to solve the problem, and what the industries demand from the coders or the engineers to implement in the real world. Okay guys, so now let's have look on the in-depth insights of what really divide and conquer strategy is. So this topic is related to a strategy for solving a problem. If a problem P of some size is given, and let us take the size as n. So we have taken just for an example. This size is the input for the problem which we are taking. And if we say that this problem is large for the application of the strategy, then we can say that this problem can be divided into sub problems. For example, P1, P2, P3 till Pk, it is our assumption only. Now these sub problems can be solved to obtain the sub solutions, which are S1, S2, S3 till Sk. All these are individually solved. We have to keep in mind that these sub problems need to be solved individually to have the sub solutions for these sub problems only. Now once we have all these solutions, then we have to combine these solutions to get the solution for the main problem P. In this diagram, as you can see on your screen, the complex work has been divided into its sub-constituents, which are W1, W2 and W3. And then the solution R1, R2, R3 have been solved to get the ultimate result of the problem. First we have done partition, then later we have combined to form a single solution result for the single problem work. As you can see on your screen, the work is been the problem and the result is the only solution for that problem. If in case a sub problem is also large to solve, then in that case also we will use divide and conquer technique. Break it into sub problems and find the sub solutions for the same. So what I really said is, as you can see in this snapshot, merge sort has been implied with the help of divide and conquer strategy. You can see how the arrays is divided into sub arrays, and then further these sub arrays are divided into sub arrays to reduce the complexity of each sub arrays. Now we have then combined those sub arrays into sub arrays and sub arrays to a single array to have a desired sorted array. Now one important thing which we have to keep in mind is about divide and conquer is whatever the problem is, sub problems will be the same as that of the problem. Now what I mean to say is, for example, if a problem is to sort an array, the sub problem should also be in sorted manner. It cannot be converted into some another problem. So this is how it is recursive in nature. It says that you recursively solve the problem while you are using the divide and conquer strategy. When we have broken the problem into sub problems, then we should have some methods to combine their solutions to get the main solution. So like if we are not able to combine them, then we cannot adopt this strategy at all. Talking about the general method algorithm for applying divide and conquer strategy, if we want to apply divide and conquer strategy to a problem, then first we have to check out whether the problem is small or not. If a problem is small, then it can be solved with another strategy very easily, and we should go forward with it. But if the problem is too large to solve and too complex to understand, then we should apply divide and conquer strategy. So what we will do is like we will divide this problem into its sub problems and then apply divide and conquer to each sub problem and find their sub solutions, and then combine those solutions of those problems, and by combining those we will get a single solution from these by solving these problems. So we are all up with these problem solutions in the most efficient manner. Now talking about the implications of divide and conquer strategy. So first in the pipe is binary search. So it's a searching algorithm. In each step the algorithm compares the input element, for example x, with the value of the middle element in array. If the values match, it returns the index of the middle. Otherwise, if x is less than the middle element, then the algorithm recurs from left side of the middle element, else recurs from the right side of the middle element. And coming to the quick sort, it's a sorting algorithm by the name only. The algorithm picks a pivot element and rearranges the array elements in such a way that all the elements smaller than the picked pivot element move to left side of the pivot and all the greater elements move to the right side. Finally, the algorithm recursively sorts the subarrays on left and right of the pivot element. Now talking about merge sort, it's also a sorting algorithm. This algorithm divides the array into two halves and then recursively sorts them and finally merges these two sorted halves. And similarly, closest pair of points and Strassen's algorithm also use this strategy. So these are complex and too hard to understand. So by using divide and conquer strategy, they can be solved very easily and most efficient manner. Thank you so much guys for listening me so patiently, and I hope that I have cleared all your concepts about divide and conquer strategy in such a low time. So I hope that you have understood all the concepts very easily and clearly. Thank you.